Now he's ready.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. It is great to have you along with us. I'm Mike Neighbors, the ambassador of Funny, and for the next 40 minutes or so, we're going to riff along with some great local comedians. Yes, this is our little feature for local comics in the Hamilton area, a chance to show their stuff. And joining us on the panel, as always, on Friday at 420, it's Mr. Patrick Capolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. The quietest of our comics.
Is that a real word?
That is an actual word, Manolis.
Hello.
Now you jumped the gun.
Giorno. That's how. Those are two letters. As far as Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, which is a lot like Bon Jovi, which is where you got that from.
Is that where that came from?
I don't know. Manolis Antonis always jumping on the mic before he's been invited to.
No!
Also on our panel, Manolis, how are you?
Good, man.
Excellent. You're
John Bono.
I thought you were supposed to say hello in Greek.
Tikanis. Tikanis means hello.
Tikanis means hello, and that's your answer to Patrick's Buongiorno.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And joining us for the second time, he was the very first comic we ever had on Friday at 420. He's back for another round because we loved him so much, Jason Allen!
Hey, I only know English, so hello. That's it. That's how you
You're
get.
throwing us a big hello, are you?
Big hello.
Hello. How are you, Jason?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're just, I realized that you have been touring around a little bit, doing some stand-up
running
comedy.
around. Yeah.
You had a northern tour planned. Everything go well?
That's coming up. Yeah. So that's this week.
Oh, this week you're heading north.
Yeah.
Okay, so this show will air after you've been north.
That's
so
right.
Let's pretend it went really well.
I know.
Well, usually comics don't get a standing ovation off their first joke, but I'm not most comics, Mike.
You
I don't know.
killed it.
I killed it. It was fire.
The people in
All
the
3
north
nights.
did not know what to make of you.
I'm like a god to them at this point. I think.
That is excellent. Or in Manolis's language, a dog. Well, a little dyslexic humor here for the fans. It is great you joined us for Friday at 420. Here's how we play our little game. We've got our comics assembled. We have the random wheel o' topics, and we will spin the wheel. A comic will spin the wheel. I will give him one of the topics that is in one of the 12 numbered Bell Media envelopes. This is very official. You will get the topic. You get to start speaking on that topic. You can say what you like or don't like about it, or you can tell a story about it. Whatever it inspires you to do, as soon as you start speaking, the other two comics can try and steal your airtime. So, you guys all ready to play?
Yep.
Oh, that was a great round of enthusiasm there. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Well, all right. We're here now. Might as well do it. Since he's our guest, then the guest always gets to spin first. Manolis said no. I'm Jason Alley. Give her a whirl.
All right, here we go.
That's the random wheel of topics spinning in the background. You can hear that.
I got number 3.
Number 3, random topic number 3. Let me dig that out of my envelope, and we will see what Jason Allen's first topic is on Friday at 4:20 on Funny 820. Jason, this one's right up
Manolis
your
looks
alley,
like he's
my
going
friend.
to tackle me.
What's that?
Manolis is like getting ready to tackle me. I'm nervous.
We're sharing a mic, so I feel close to him right now.
You feel very close to him. Yes,
You guys will hear the headbutts in no time.
not that close. Your random topic is dieting.
Oh.
Yeah, you look like a guy.
I struggle. I
You
struggle.
struggle to maintain that 90-pound frame.
I weigh, yeah, exactly. I weigh about $160 and I'm 6'1", 6'3" in heels, so that's nice.
Do you pretty much can eat what you want when you want?
Not exactly, because the thing is that I am diabetic.
Oh.
So growing up, I was kind of forced to do a diet without really, not for weight loss reasons, but just for health reasons. I've never allowed to have candy growing up or cake on my birthday. And
which of the kinds of diabetes do you have?
I have type 1. It's called juvenile diabetes.
Okay.
But they're finding it in older people now, too. It's really weird.
Right. And yeah, you're not a juvenile any longer, but you'll have it your whole life.
Yeah, but I'll have it. Yeah, that's it.
What's like juvenile? Like silly?
Juvenile, it's like...
It's the silly diabetes. That's right.
It's very, it's very like I can't have sugar and girls have cooties. It's that kind of, diabetes.
That is. And there must have been a struggle growing up with that.
Yeah, because you miss out on a lot of things. But I would get bonuses in some ways because my mom was a candy fiend because she was always trying to quit smoking.
Okay.
So she replaced it with candy. So she'd be like, every time you bring me back a bag of candy, I'll turn it into $10. So I'd still go out on Halloween, make all this money, and just buy like wrestling action figures, and I'd be set. So while all the other kids ate their candy, I still had my like Hogan and Macho Man and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was all right that way for sure.
Not a way around it.
You're like reinvesting your money.
That's right.
Does it impact your alcohol consumption? I'm curious about that.
Definitely.
You can't drink any, or just not the sweet stuff?
The sweet stuff is worse, but even alcohol in general can affect diabetics in like different ways.
Yeah,
like these guys have seen me.
Turns into the Hulk.
I turn into the Hulk.
He gets angry.
I know I don't look strong or anything like
Super
that.
aggressive.
But you
Crazy.
do. You get like crazy. Yeah. I guess I don't get stronger. I get crazier.
What do I say when you're like we're hanging out and you have your like a beer? What do I?
You're like, Jason, a couple. You check in with me.
Yeah.
You shoot me a text. It's like stuff like that. It's like,
Eve?
I'm watching you.
He
No
watches out
leaving.
for you. That's
He's
good.
like, no leaving us here.
Was it New Year's Eve a couple years ago?
That was bad. That was real bad.
Well, now you're gonna
Ottawa
have to
was
share
bad
the-
too.
You're going to have to share the story, Jason Allen.
What happened?
Garrett.
2 years ago, we go out. I did a show, actually. I was doing a show in St. Catharines. We come back. We get annihilated at Club Absinthe. It's a very long night. I was supposed to come home and wake up my lovely girlfriend in the morning, which I totally forgot to do.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
I crashed at Pat's place, and in the morning, all the demons I had put into my body really wanted out of me.
Oh, yes.
So I destroyed Pat's bathroom.
And not from his mouth.
And not from my mouth. Not from my mouth. And then just left and was just like, well, time to stumble home.
Yeah.
Hungover in the morning. And the rest is on
I have
him.
3 comics at my place. It's him, Manolis, and Black Zeus.
Yeah.
And I wake up. I think Zeus and Jason are gone. It's just Manolis now. And
You blame me at first,
yeah,
right?
and I wake up and there's the most horrid smell in my apartment. And I was like, oh my God, Manolis, because he's the only one there now. So I'm like, what did you do? He's like, he's laughing because he already knows everything that happened. And he's like, it wasn't me. I'm like, why are you laughing then? He's like, go look in your bathroom. And I go to the bathroom and it's just there's feces everywhere.
That's what we don't understand. How did it not get into the toilet?
It was everywhere but the toilet. It was
It
disgusting.
came out right because the toilet overflowed. Don't make it sound like I just like sprayed your wall and was like, see you later.
Kind of just turning around, doing 360s.
just aiming
So when-
wherever.
It's when you're already hungover, and then it's my toilet, so I have to clean it because no one else is going
It
to.
wasn't my apartment.
So
I wasn't
that was
coming
my
back.
morning.
And the whole
I'm just
building smell.
yeah, I'm just adding to the mess while I'm cleaning it.
Yeah, weren't
'cause
you like
I'm-
vomiting?
Yeah, while I'm
wiping it out?
cleaning. It was the worst.
For some reason, I'm sleeping in your bed. I remember.
Yeah,
too.
you always end up in my bed because you're a weirdo.
Where do you want to sleep on? Where do you like
We-
sleeping, Mike?
we were-
Couches or beds?
Oh, beds. You got to
Thank
be in
you.
a bed.
Yeah, but we were in a hotel once. We were at a gig in like Windsor or something, and there was two. It was like it was one of those suites that had like a common room and then 2 bedrooms. And I went to sleep in one bedroom. He went to sleep in the other. I wake up. He's in my bed.
He's on.
He had his own bed.
You want to hear the real story, Mike?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, we need to hear this real story. We're never going to get into another topic.
Pat is in my bed. I'm in someone else's bed. That person who hadn't come home yet. So I just said, oh, take my bed, and I'll take the other bed so we don't have to sleep together.
Right.
That person came home early in the morning, so I gave him back his bed and went back into my bed, which had Patrick Coppolino in it. So technically, you got into my bed.
No.
Well, I went back to sleep.
Sounds like victim blaming.
You're the weirdo.
It does sound like you guys have a lot of fun. That's all I've got.
Yeah, we're a mess.
Lots
Yeah.
of good
What was the
times.
top?
The topic was diet. And very quickly became
The
feces.
topic was dieting, and as all topics on this show do, it morphed into something we weren't expecting. But what did he just do?
Did you hear that?
You just ripped- oh,
Oh,
my God.
no, we did. The microphone didn't pick it up, but the room
We
did.
might have to leave
Oh.
for like 10
It's
minutes.
weird. I had a feeling this was going to happen today. I'm like, I'm going to fart on the air, I think, today.
Not good. All right. So as long as it's not apparently Jason Allen who's doing that, because that can lead to a whole other mess.
It would get very messy in here. Diabetic farts are the worst.
Oh, my God.
Is it bad?
I'm sorry, the room's eyes are watering, but we're going to soldier on, guys. This is live radio.
Diet.
Manolis, have you ever dieted?
No, but
And there's always a but.
you
No,
need
that
to.
fart he's never dieted.
no, I have. I guess I have dieted in somehow, but through the years. But the one diet made me think is my second girlfriend I ever had. I think I was in high school or just finished high school. And we've been dating for like a year, and she said to me one day, and she said, and this is me just not knowing enough about girls and being an idiot. She said, "Does it look like I've gained? Has it looked like I've gained weight?" And I said, because I just didn't think it was a big deal to say this. Like, I don't know, maybe you gained a couple of pounds.
Oh, wow!
Right? But
And just so everybody's on the same page, the smell just got over here.
It's fat.
That is not good. I'm really having trouble paying attention to the story now because. So you tell her she may have gained a couple of pounds.
But
that
in my head,
well.
because I remember learning at the time that the definition of a couple was 2 or more.
Right.
So 2 or 3 pounds is really, if I gained 3 pounds, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
so
but,
I was thinking like that. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe.
But you noticed it.
No, she said, do you think I've gained a couple of, no, she thinks, do you think I've gained weight? And I just said, I thought just to talk about something else. I thought, I don't know, maybe you gain a couple of pounds. Thinking like,
now you're thickening it up a bit. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Like, let's talk about something else now. Back to TV, right?
Yeah, but she's thinking because you noticed it, it's more than 2 pounds.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
But I didn't notice it. She asked me. I just had the wrong answer.
And the answer is no every time. I
Always
thought you lost
no.
weight.
I thought you lost Patrick Smooth with the ladies.
That's
eh?
right.
So then, this is the best part because I'm thinking like it's over, and I continue to watch TV, and about a minute goes by, and I look back at her, and for some reason she's like leaning against the wall, her back. And all of a sudden, I just noticed her back was sliding down the wall to a point where she's about to sit down on the ground, and she's starting to cry.
Oh.
And I go, and I'm an idiot because I'm thinking like, oh my God, what happened? She's hurt.
She's been wounded.
Like something physically happened. I'm like, what's wrong? What happened to you? What's wrong? Like, and she goes, you think I'm fat? And starts crying. And I'm like, I don't though.
Well, yeah, it's too late then.
Too late.
Yeah, you can't dig out of that hole, brother.
Yeah. So I don't diet.
Patrick Coppolino.
I've never been on a diet, but I have been more conscious with my eating lately.
You trying to eat healthier?
Healthier, and I started cooking the last couple of years, so I eat more. Just because of that, I eat more vegetables and stuff now.
When you cook, you actually realize what's going right. I mean, you start paying attention to what's going in. You go, well, maybe, you can see what you're eating.
But the reason I'm concerned is like high cholesterol and stuff. So like runs in my mom's side of the family.
Right.
So like. It's always been a concern that way, but I think it was like 2 years ago I decided I should get tested like for everything because I've been irresponsibly.
The full physical done.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, might as well. So I go in for the full, like all the blood work, all that stuff, and then I get a call on like a Friday, but I missed it. So they left a voicemail telling me to call them back, but now it's the weekend, so it was like, normally if you don't hear back, it's good news, but they left a voicemail. I called back that day. They were closed. And now I'm panicking for like 3 days. Yeah.
They're like, you got to call us.
Yeah. So I'm freaking out. I think I'm dying. And then on Monday, I get a hold of them. And they're like, yeah, just wanted to let you know all your blood work came back. Everything came back negative. So that's good. They're like, the only thing was, they're like, your cholesterol is really high for your age.
Okay.
So then... And then they, I went back in and they explained to me.
But you were still like,
control
dude,
that.
like you could have.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I'll take high cholesterol.
Did you ask what I would ask? What is cholesterol?
I don't know. It still confuses me because there's like good cholesterol, bad cholesterol.
Yep.
There's things you shouldn't eat for it. I don't know, but that stuff always changes too. Like
eggs were bad for you for a while,
exactly.
And then
now
it's all of a sudden they're good again, and it's really hard to keep track of. Far too hard. You know what? Keeping track of cholesterol and what's going on with cholesterol is as hard as spelling it.
Spell it. Cholesterol.
Cholesterol. Say the word again.
Cholesterol.
C-A-L.
No.
All right.
No. It's not cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
You're listening to Friday at 4:20 on Funny 820. We've rounded up some great local comics to entertain you on this Friday afternoon. I hope you're having a great one. My name is Mike Neighbors. We got Patrick Coppolino, Manolo Santanos, and Jason Allen, our special guest comic this week. Jason spun the wheel. He got dieting as his random topic. We had a good go at that. Manolis, you want to give it a whirl, my friend?
Yes. Here we go. Nice.
Oh, he's learned not to spin it too hard. We've literally lost half a show while the wheel went around and around.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What do you got there?
Number 12.
Number 12. Wow, we are all over the map. We had 1, we had 12. All right, here's a stand-up comedy question. You guys are all stand-up comics. I think we got plenty of time here for you guys to tell me the story of the best heckle. Either you heckling another comic, which you wouldn't do because you guys are all a brotherhood, or somebody who got you the best, who just stoned you with a heckle. You got one in mind?
I'm trying to think in my head.
It's happened so often to Manolis. Is there one, or even you shutting somebody down?
Yeah,
what's your heckle story? You got to have a heckle story.
you gotta understand my brain, Mike.
Oh no, I don't want to. Don't make me understand your brain, man.
I had a guy. What are you laughing at me for?
You trying to get it? It's like a filing cabinet, but the door's stuck.
Okay, get this one open. My heckle filing cabinet. Would you like to pass the baton? Do one of the other fellas in the room have a heckle story they could get to while Manolis puts his thoughts together?
Okay,
I don't know. I've been pretty lucky when it comes to
pretty
heckling.
Lucky? You haven't had too many?
Nothing too crazy, no. Other than like the odd drunk person who's just shouting for shouting. But
right.
Mm-hmm. There was the only one that stands out really was like when early on I used to do this thing where I'd make the whole audience stand so I could sing a church song.
Okay.
And then the whole point of doing it was just so I can say, please be seated at the end. It was stupid. But so I did that once at the old Yuck Yucks when it was beside Hooters.
Yep.
And I wouldn't do it unless everyone was standing. So I was trying to make them all stand. I only had like 5 minutes. And I was really there was like a bunch of people that weren't. So I was trying to make them. And then one guy I think he just shouted like, "You're a jackass," something like that. But like, it was the way he said it that was so mean,
so aggressive.
It got so awkward in the room. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And then I didn't know how to bounce out of it. Yeah. And it was just super awkward and weird. But that's like the worst I've ever gotten. So
that's it, Jason.
I think it's the same. I've been pretty lucky overall. The ones that are the hardest is like sometimes you'll get like I've had it a couple times where it's like a drunk lady who just doesn't know how to act at a show. So instead of laughing, she'll be like, "Oh, he's really good.
Okay.
That's really funny." And she thinks she's just talking to her friend in the back, but she's being so loud. And I'm like, you're actually interrupting the flow. Like, you're being nice, and I still have to kind of go after you now. Because like you're so disruptive in your weird like nice mom way of being like, well, that was pretty good, and I gotta still have to go shut you down.
Even though it's a compliment, you don't.
It's a compliment. It's still a heckle because you're talking during the show. Those heckles are hard to deal with. When people fake laugh, they're like,
okay,
that's really tough
You're
to
picking up on that. What about somebody with a laugh that's just off the chart, like it just disrupts the whole room kind of laugh, right? I mean, because you want everyone laughing, obviously, but
sometimes it's funny.
Sometimes it's good because sometimes everyone will laugh, and then that person, it extends and goes longer, and then everybody starts laughing again because how ridiculous their laugh is. So a weird laugher can really help out a show.
Manolis?
I was at an open mic, and this guy was he was an amateur comic, and it wasn't going well for him. And this guy in the bar thought it was his bar. It's like started yelling at him, say, "Hey, you can't say stuff like that." But he's like, "It's just this." He didn't realize it was just he's making more. So I got up and I yelled at him, and like in the middle of the room, like you need to shut.
Oh, so you shut the heckler down on behalf of the comic?
Yeah, but more in a threatening way, like, "Hey, why don't you
right?"
I won't say exactly what I said, but then all of a sudden he looked at me. He was like, I put him in his place where he's like, "Oh no, what do I do?" And then 5 minutes go by, and he threw his pint glass against the wall.
Yeah. Remember that?
Like this, and then he runs, and I run after him, and then he's like, "Please." And I go, and he goes, like, I get him outside, and he all of a sudden he's like, "Please don't hurt me." And I'm like, just get out of here. and he left. And all the other comics who were like realizing he was scared, like, let's go beat him up. I'm like, no, let him go.
Let's go.
But for a while, there was like a parade of comics just following him around the block for like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Just chasing the guy down.
Yeah.
And then another time.
I don't know that I would be that afraid of a group of stand-up comics. I'm just saying, it's like you guys all seem like nice guys, but it's just like here comes this most motley crew you can imagine going, we're gonna beat them up.
But see, he was smart because he circled the block about twice, and then we all gave up. For that.
We don't have the energy for this. We're not chasing this guy.
Let's go get more beer.
I've literally said to like guys, there's different kind of like heckling's fine, but it's like that kind of heckling where they're really just being jerks and they're like almost up for trouble. And I'll just say straight up, I'm like, hey, listen, dude, I'm like done in a minute. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Would you
no. What about the...
Oh, yeah. And then so one time I'm on stage.
This is the best.
We open the file drawer now.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I heard about. I already know what this is.
He this girl brings it was a horrible open mic. Like there was barely any. There's just
Thanks.
What? Well, it was
No, it was a bad show.
It was a bad show. Not a lot of people there. And I'm last. And I'm just trying to do my thing. And this girl brings up this guy with her to, because one of the comics knew this girl's ex-boyfriend. So she brought this guy just thinking like to get her
to spite him,
to get her ex-boyfriend to find out. Oh, just so you know, just BS like that. So they didn't even care about the show and they wouldn't stop talking. And they're in the front row. And I kept saying, dude, like, you can just go. Go over there and talk. You don't have to stay here. It's like, well, why don't you make me, blah, blah, blah. Start lipping me off. I'm like, all right, dude, if you want to fight, we can fight. Like, it's up to you.
He's like, okay.
He's like, okay.
Oh, no.
So he goes, okay. So I'm like, all right. So I get off the stage. I figure, like, I'll go outside and fight this guy, right? So I go outside, and I say to my friend at the time, my buddy Devin, I go, I think I'm going to fight this guy. The guy comes running out the front door. I thought we would have squared up.
He's a big guy, too.
It was pretty big. He comes running at me like a football player, and he takes a right swing, and I kind of move to the left, and he hits me on the side of my head. But because he's running so fast, he ran into me at the same time, and he knocked me down on the ground. Now I'm on the ground on my back, and I realize what is happening really quick. That he's trying to put his knees on my shoulders and he's going to start trying to feed me.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not a experienced fighter. I grabbed his neck, his collar, and I pulled him into me, and he landed right on my butt, like, boom, like this. And his armpit, like went right in my face. And I don't know why, but I'm thinking like, okay, you ran at me, you played dirty, so like screw it, let's go for it. And I munched on his armpit. So I put because it was there already. It was kind of in my mouth.
There. It's like you're at this point you're fighting. I don't want to say for your life, but you are, right? I mean,
kind of like he was.
What's going on.
I know what he was doing. I know he was trying to pin me down. He was just going to try to hit me 10 times.
Sure.
So I went like as hard as I could with my mouth, and then someone grabbed him and pulled him off of me. As this happened, I didn't realize that. Luckily, that person I had a hold of him he's on his back, holding him back, and I just. But I'm blacked out, and I'm like kind of like in my head, like I want to die kind of thing.
Right.
So I crawl up on him now at this point, and I grab his chest like it was like a sandwich.
Yeah, he just bunches all the skin out.
I grabbed it and I because I already did it once. I think it was because I did it once. It's already in my head to do it again.
So
I just put as much as his chest into my mouth as I could. And I clenched down to the point where my teeth are touching. Right? And he's screaming.
Yeah, he's like, why is he biting me?
Oh, my God.
It was crazy. And then one of the bouncers come out, and he's trying to pull Manolis off of him, and he's going like a dog. It was
I was like, I wanted to go. Like in my head, I was going through a bad time at the time, too.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
kind of like on edge a lot.
I was on edge a lot back then. I broke up with a chick, and I was like really bummed out about a lot of things. And I had to it is when you get a little bit of a death wish in your head. Like I'm like, okay, you want to fight? I'm gonna go so far. Now your next step is to kill me.
Yeah,
that was in my head. Not saying I'm all right for doing this. And then they pulled me off of him, and I know this is gonna be disgusting, but I didn't let go. So his skin. I thought I was waiting for the. Like I thought it was gonna. In my head I was like I was bite his chunk of his chest off, spit in his face, and go from there. That was
See what happened.
Yeah.
Like that was like I already had the movie in my own head.
Oh.
But it didn't. I thought I didn't realize how hard it is to bite human flesh off a body.
Right.
And
why would you know that?
Right.
Yeah.
The first time in my life, and it slid out of my mouth, and the whole time it's like, oh my god! And he was like, oh my god!
It was gross.
It was gross. I didn't see it, and
His
then
chest was all.
he called the cops. He called the ambulance.
Manolis is there like picking skin out of his
Oh,
teeth.
man.
And you said you've never been on a diet.
But I will say we've run into that guy since, and everything's cool. But his
Okay.
favorite thing to do now, when he sees Manolis, he pulls him in. He always gets a picture of him where he's pretending to bite Manolis.
Yeah.
So he's there. He's cool about it now. But
I have no ill feelings towards the guy.
Yeah.
It's,
No. It was just something that happened.
But he took the high road. I think we both did after the fact. Somehow we both knew enough people that knew each other, and he was cool about it. So
somehow we got from heckling to a chest sandwich.
as a result of the heckling, though, so no one's heckled him ever again after
No one
that
ever
story
heckled Manolis
because he might try to
again.
eat you.
People know about the legend now. People will know better than to
Wow.
heckle at shows.
Yes.
it's the only time I've done that. Well,
Yeah.
that was the second time I've done that in my life. There was another time, but I was in a comic then.
That was just a person.
We will we'll chalk that up to his bite is worse than his bark. We've got more time to spend with our comics. This is Friday at 4:20. We're going to take a quick break and tell you where these comics can be seen live and local. We'd love you to get out and invest in local comedy, and we're going to come back with a little more on Friday at 4:20 right here on your second favorite radio station, Funny 820. That was awesome.
Wait, are we?
I just took a break.
Oh, okay.
Well, because now that we know how it flows on the air, I'm going to I'll take a break in the middle of it when it's a good time.
Should I go see Tyler's?
He is here.
Tyler, he is here.
Is he here? You want to go grab him before we continue?
Okay, I'll be 2 seconds.
Just hit pause on this. Okay. Welcome back to Friday at 4:20 on Funny 820. I'm Mike Neighbors, the ambassador of Funny. We've assembled our panel for another fun afternoon of random topics and what they mean to these local comedians. Patrick Coppolino, Manolis Zontanos, and our special guest comic Jason Allen, all in the room. And Patrick, I believe it's your turn to spin the wheel, my friend. Tick, 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 and
10.
number 10.
Oh, Manolis, this is your second chance. Spell 10.
TENN.
God,
I tried
again.
to stop you too. I just touched your shoulder after the first N. You were good.
I thought you just wanted to touch
Oh,
me.
I
relax.
realized that the first time Jason Allen was here,
Yeah, he
we
spelled
had
10.
Manolis try and spell 10. It failed, so Jason has come back,
Tried to help
hoping
him.
that Manolis, if
And
he
no-
took nothing else away from that first episode,
No redemption.
no, unfortunately,
It's not.
it's a work in progress.
What
Manolis.
is 10?
Okay, spell tennis.
TENIS.
See, I knew you would do that. Yeah, you're wrong.
right.
You're
No,
wrong. There's two
no.
N's in tennis.
There's two
one
N's
N
in
in
tennis.
What does
Oh,
tennis have
that's
to do with 10?
Well, they
Never
both
mind.
start with the same letters. All right, Patrick, here's a little shopping question for you. Canadian Tire or Walmart?
Walmart.
Walmart. Every time. You do shopping at Walmart?
Well, I have.
You have?
I'm not much of a shopper
You're
to
not much
begin
of-
with, but
Where do you need to buy something? I got to stop. I got to get something. Walmart.
I'm more of a if I'm somewhere, I'll just buy something there.
Just wherever I
The
am.
most convenient. No, but if between the two, I mean, Walmart's got way more stuff.
Walmart does have
I'm
a
not.
lot of
I'm not a
stuff.
handyman at all.
Okay, so you're not a camper.
So Canadian Tire.
Doesn't hold any water
I
for
don't
you.
know. Yeah.
Does it work?
I don't.
They
Yeah.
also don't sell groceries.
Yeah.
You ever grocery shop at Walmart?
I have. Yeah.
And is that your go-to place?
No,
Where-
not at all.
No, where's your go-to grocery store?
Nations.
Nations.
Here in
Oh, because
Jackson
you're downtown,
Square.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, out of convenience, I'd rather go to Fortino's, but there's no bus that goes there.
it's too far to the Fortinos. Why do you shop at Nations? We're doing a little survey today. Why do you, the bus doesn't go to Fortinos? I want that in the commercial. That's fantastic.
It's out of laziness.
Manolis, you have a choice between Canadian Tire and Walmart. Do you
I picked.
ever work at one of them?
No, I picked Walmart because I almost got when I was like a teenager. I was stealing a lot, and I was, and
that's not a good reason to pick a store.
Well, I almost got caught at Canadian Tire stealing bicycle
So I
tubes.
had to go to Walmart.
You never get caught at Walmart. That's the thing. Walmart's so easy to steal from, right?
I grew out of my stealing stage by then, but by the time there was a Walmart,
but Canadian Tire has a bad memory for you.
Yeah, exactly. I almost got caught. It was the first time I realized I had a bicycle. You know the tube that goes in the tires?
Yeah.
I was stealing one of those, and for my bike, and then
it was kind of a necessity thing. You weren't stealing to just.
I was like Robin Hood, but giving to myself.
Yeah, okay, but you needed it. It was important, so you went and tried to stole it from a Canadian Tire.
Yeah, and then this lady I think she saw me, or I caught on to something that something was up. The gig was up. I knew it, so I ditched it right away. I just put it on another shelf and walking around, and she cornered me. Like she stopped me. She's like, "What? Let me see you inside your jacket." I'm like, "Oh, sure." And there was nothing there, so she felt like an idiot. And I'm like, I'm not shopping here again.
It's my last time coming here. My only question for anyone who tunes in regularly to Friday at 4:20 is, will there come a time when we run out of the petty crimes that Manolis has committed and we have no stories left to tell? Jason Allen, you have a choice between Canadian Tire and Walmart?
I'd be the same like Pat. I just think Walmart because it's bigger and I can grab snacks and stuff like that there. It's there's just more convenience, and I'm not a super handy guy either.
And
so
none of you guys I'd be Canadian Tire guy, but then I'm super handy.
And we both support,
yeah.
We both support child labor as well.
And that's it. And we just love the way they run their business. I get warm and fuzzy when I hear about how Walmart treats their employees.
Citizens at the front door.
That's right.
Them.
I make them dance for me. I'm like, you're not smiling enough.
They all need a second job.
It's beautiful.
It's a love in there.
I love seeing people work into their 80s. Nice. They're trying,
Jason Allen, give that wheel a spin. We're going to make you work until you're...
I will be working until I'm 80.
Until you're in your 80s.
I'm a Canadian comic.
He'll be getting... telling you a funny joke now.
Number 4.
Random topic number 4 on Friday at 4:20. Jason Allen has selected number 1. He rolled the dice on number 4, and yours is this one's going to go just as well as Canadian Tire versus Walmart. I keep forgetting who it is I'm having in the studio when I'm coming up with my random topics. I'm like, okay, this is soccer.
I don't know.
Did you play it as a kid?
I didn't. I played.
Okay, that's a good start.
I did play sports. I played Pee Wee football. I loved football as a kid. I really, was into football.
What position would you have played in football? You're a thin.
I'm a thinner guy, but I was. I wasn't always this.
Thin and frail.
Yeah, I wasn't always this lengthy. Like I was I was tall for my age, so sometimes I'd get put on as like defensive end or something like that,
right.
Or like maybe like a linebacker or cornerback.
So you're a big football fan.
I liked those positions more because I was like, because defense, I'd rather tackle people than get any glory and get tackled all the time. I didn't care if I made the announcements at school. I'd just rather tackle people. That was way more fun.
Well, it's a little bit like your wrestling heroes.
Yeah. I want to be like, the one hurting you. I don't want you trying to hurt me.
Manolis, did you play any sports as a kid?
I did.
Growing up in a Greek family, you must have liked soccer.
You'd think I would. I did, but no, my dad never pushed me in trying to play, like sign me up for sports because I don't think he didn't know. I don't think he knew how to sign me up because he was European and can speak great English.
Right. So you didn't get the registration at the community center. That was all beyond him. He's like, I don't know. Manolis, you're not playing.
I'm going to sleep. Right. But I played soccer at school one time, and I remember this is that moment. I was like, I had the ball, and I was running all the way to the other side of the field, and I was about to kick it to get the goal, and someone stole it from me, and I realized I would have to run all the way back to the other side again to get the ball. I was like, I'm done. I gave up right there. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is too much.
It was at that moment when you decided that you were going to do all the stealing in the future.
This is way too hard.
Steal from
I'll steal the ball.
Patrick Coppolino, Italy.
Yeah, they're not in the World Cup.
They're not. They didn't make the World Cup, but still, you gotta be no
Soccer.
You played as a kid?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
not like in a league. You played like at school, I guess.
Did you play any organized sports?
Yeah, I played hockey and basketball.
There you go.
And volleyball. I was really good at volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
When I was a really athletic kid though, and I think I had potential to be a decent athlete. And I've been told my build is I could have shaped my body as an adult into something I could have done more with.
Instead you shaped it into something else.
Yeah, instead I smoke and I drink and
you make a lot of pasta at home
and I eat a lot of pasta
on Instagram.
So I'll regret it one day, but it's okay for now.
So it's all right for now. Yeah. So we're not really. In the future on Friday at 4:20, I'll try and steer clear of the sports topics.
Yeah.
I
don't think you could have found three guys that could care less.
You really did. Yeah,
really.
I'll meet chicks sometimes, and they'll be like, oh, do you watch hockey? Because they're like, they want to brag how they know everything. I'm like, no, and they look at me like I'm the girl.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
You grew up in Canada. How do you not know hockey?
Yeah.
At least Patrick played.
We have friends in softball leagues right now. We're like, what are you doing to yourself? Why isn't life hard enough? Why are you running around in your free time?
This is why
for
you guys
fun?
weren't capable of chasing the Heckler all the way around the block.
That's right.
Right?
We'd give up.
I can't have a good
laugh
laugh without coughing now. So I try not to.
I'm afraid I've run into that problem as well. All right, listen, we got time to spin the wheel one more time before we go here today. Manolis, you're up. Give her a whirl. We can squeeze one more random topic in. Hopefully it's not a sports topic.
Number seven.
I was hoping he'd say L.
Pick a good one, Manolis.
L.
Ready?
Pick
Number
a
L.
good one.
Now you got that in my head. Now 7's always going to be an upside down L. Thanks, Patrick.
That's all you needed. All right.
It's your fault he can't read.
You only get to pick one. I don't want any of this. Well, I kind of like it. I know. No, you get to pick one.
Okay.
Best movie all time.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
It's a great
that's
movie.
An interesting
That is a
pick.
great
I don't
movie.
know if that's ever made anyone's number one list, but that's number one for you.
Pulp Fiction and Trainspotting.
No, yeah.
All right. Just Pulp Fiction. It's Trainspotting.
Trainspotting is another really good movie.
Those are two amazing movies to me.
Amazing movies. You watch them over.
And Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Because nobody puts baby in the corner.
You know that part when the girl says to Patrick Swayze, he's like, I'm afraid. I swear to God, I know I've seen it so many times. It's like I'm afraid of walking out that door and never feeling like the way I feel like when I'm with you, like that. And I realize I'm in love with Patrick Swayze. Because I'm like, I don't want him to leave either, and he left us.
Manolis, it was going so well. You Pulp Fiction and then Trainspotting, and everybody listening is going, "Oh, that guy's got cool taste." And then he recites a line from Dirty Dancing. You blew it.
That's clearly your favorite.
It was going brilliantly.
Clearly, his favorite is Dirty Dancing.
So cool. Wow.
All right. I'm sorry.
Patrick Capolino, favorite movie all time.
Air Bud 2.
No. No way. Because Air Bud 1 was clearly the better Air Bud movie.
No, I didn't believe that one.
I did believe it.
No, I don't know. It's hard. Pulp Fiction's definitely way up there for me. I know you said pick one, but I do want to give a shout out to a movie that I think was really underrated, and a lot of people might not have seen it. It's with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. It's called Night and Day. Have you seen it?
No.
See, it was in theaters very briefly, and it got. I don't think it just didn't. But it's so funny. It's good.
A really great movie.
It's got a lot of action, but it's actually really funny. It makes Tom
Secret
Cruise
Find
very likable.
Night and Day. It was literally in theaters for one night and one day.
Yeah, but night with a K. Night. And Day.
Okay, and it's Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
Yes, and it's really well done.
That's Patrick's favorite movie of all time.
I was in a movie, and it's called The Anniversary, and I don't know how to find it.
Oh, and I Love You, Philip Morris. Have you seen that?
I Love You, Philip Morris. Yeah,
that's a really
great
good movie. Yeah, Jim Carrey's really good in
choices
that.
in this room, but very good choices. Jason Allen, you get the final word. Best movie of all
Oh
time.
man, it's so hard. I really like satire movies. I really like The Princess Bride. Like Andre the Giant, Billy Crystal. It's a super funny movie.
My Name Is
It's got some. You killed my brother. Prepare to die.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. And the Naked Gun series.
Just all of them.
Just all of them are so good. Especially OJ. He's just so talented. And people never give him credit for, like, what's his song?
What a way to end the show. It's a plug for the juice.
He's loose. The juice is loose. He's back out.
Loose. He's
Naked Gun, 3.5.
It's about time.
He's sitting at home watching Naked Gun movies right now. Probably.
I hope so, yeah.
It was another great round for Friday at 420, and we always hope you'll tune in every Friday at 420 for another round of fun and frivolity with our local comics, Patrick Coppolino, Manolo Santanos, and our guest comic this week on a return visit, our first returnee. And we can't say thank you enough, Jason Allen, for coming and being part of the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, we are looking forward to seeing all of you guys. Get out and support live comedy in the Hamilton area. That would make us really happy, and it would be a great way to pay us back for hopefully entertaining you this afternoon. We'll be back next Friday at 4:20 right here on your second favorite radio station, Funny 820.